What's up guys, it's Michael here. In this video we're going to cover the EV tax credit for businesses. So let's keep this really short and simple. So first we're going to recap. I made a previous video on how the EV tax credit is going to work during Biden's plan for the Inflation Act. So I talked about individuals, meaning people who are not businesses. This is for main consumers. So just to do a quick recap. So this does not apply to everyone to get this basic EV tax credit when you purchase an electrical vehicle. So this will only include for only certain brackets. So the first one is if you as an individual person make $150,000 or more a year, you will not qualify for it as an individual. If you make less than $150,000 a year, you'll qualify for it. So majority of the population will qualify for this. So the real question is afterwards. So if you are married and you file as a joint, then you will not qualify for it for $150,000. So, but if you add both of them together as two people, then it's saying if for a married couple, $300,000, then you guys will not qualify if you make over 300K. If you are head of a household, if you make over 225K, you will not qualify for it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And just to recap on the vehicles, you're looking at first one, sports cars, sedans, like two-door coupes, sedans, that's within $55,000 or more is ineligible. So for example, you look at the Tesla Model 3. Tesla Model 3, the basic one, the standard range, that one's available. When the long range comes back, if it's less than 55 grand in total, it will qualify for it. And Tesla Model 3 Performance will not qualify for it. And this goes on to the list. The other separate category for individuals, meaning non-businesses, is for looking at vans, SUVs, and trucks. Those are even higher. So if you make less than a certain amount, like $150,000, you can actually qualify for this EV tax credit. For example, Tesla Model Y, the standard long-range performance. They're under $80,000. If they're under $80,000, they qualify. Mustang Mach-E, maybe the Mach-E GT, qualify. Kia EV6, and also Kia's, I think was Ioniq, their Ioniq series. I believe that's under $80,000 that qualifies. Does this qualify for other cars? Like for example, Rivian. Rivian has one of their trucks, but that doesn't qualify because if it's over $80,000, does not qualify. And if you look at as Rivian trucks, for example, Rivian trucks, Rivian's R1S, the R1S, I'm not sure. I have to check up on the price on that. You guys do your due diligence. If it's an SUV, any utility vehicle, trucks, it's under 80 grand, qualify. For example, Ford F-150 Lightning will qualify. Other new electrical vehicles from Alpha Motors, they'll qualify. Then now you go on from how does this relate to business? Let's get into the main topic. Let's make this short and quick. For businesses itself, you have to register with the state, meaning you have to have legitimate business dealings, meaning you buy this vehicle specifically used for business and you can prove it. You can't just go buy a vehicle and try to write this off as a business when you don't own a business, because when they come to check on you, like the IRS, you will not be able to get away from it. So business is pretty straightforward. So Biden wants to expand this plan. This plan will go for any vehicles that are used for businesses. So right now it's planned to set in motion in 2023, like I made in a previous video. 2023 is when this plan is planned to be set in motion. So you're looking at certain types of vehicles. Where did they cut the threshold for? So for the Business Act and their plan, they're looking for vehicles that are over 14,000 pounds, basically looking at 7 tons. Basically cars at the shorter roads. For example, the Hummer EV, that's about 9,000 pounds. Does this qualify for the business EV tax credit? Yes, but there are actually 2 tiers. The first tier is like the individual ones, the $7,000, $500, $7,000, $500. If you do not qualify as an individual, you might qualify as a business. Keep that in mind. You can, like for example, I said the Hummer EV does not qualify as an EV tax credit. But if the Hummer, you can prove it, use it for a business. For example, one YouTuber, Stratman, if he uses Hummer EV and he uses as EV tax credit. So his channel is based on driving vehicles and electric vehicle. You could say his electric vehicle is used for hauling things, moving things around for his channel. He can actually qualify for that business EV tax credit. But it's too bad it's not over 14,000 pounds. So but at least he'll qualify to $7,500. And here's the interesting part. If it's over 14,000 pounds, you qualify for this other EV tax credit. So this will most likely target 18-wheelers. And 18-wheelers are easily over 14,000 pounds. And for any car used for businesses, especially these are most likely 6-wheeler trucks or 18-wheeler trucks, they're definitely easy over 14,000 pounds. they qualify for an EV tax credit of up to $40,000, which is really great. So right now they're trying to push the incentive to buy electric vehicles. And for business case, pretty simple. You look at bracket, the bracket cutoff line is 14,000 pounds. Under 14,000 pounds, own a business, $7,500. Over 14,000 pounds, then you can qualify up to $40,000. Usually, these are usually trucks. If companies decide to make batteries that heavy and cars so heavy to the point they destroy roads and not allowed to drive on most roads, which I bet most people will, then they qualify that specific type of EV tax credit. So it's really nice and simple. This will most likely plan to be updated and enact in around 2023. So look forward to the next couple of months to see what our current president is going to enact. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated in a future topic on tax credits. See you guys next time.